get into Belle Collective Season 6, Episode 5. But before we get into it, y'all already know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And come on over here and kick it with your girl. We starting this episode off with Kerri. And Kerri has invited Lateshia, Marie, and Selena to a little crawfish. I said catfish, y'all forgive me. A little crawfish ball. And this is Lateshia's first time trying crawfish. I'm not a big crawfish fan. I used to eat them when I was younger, but I just feel like crawfish just make you work too much. Like, I'm not a big crawfish fan. But what I will say, I never seen anyone eat crawfish with mayo. I don't know. Maybe this is where you from and they do it like that. I don't know if that's how y'all do it down in Mississippi or that's how they do it in the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. But I'm from Texas. Been to Louisiana, New Orleans and stuff a few times. Never seen anybody eat it with mayo. So that was new. For me, it's a no. But you know what? If you like it, I love it. Marie is so funny. Marie said, baby, keep that mayo in that bread. She not trying it. Which I know a lot of people was like, oh, they being bougie. They being bougie. I'm sorry. I do not want no mayo in crawfish. If y'all think that's me being too bougie, then so be it. And not only that, Kerri, you could have got a knife. You could have got a knife to get that mayo out of there. You did not have to use a glove in your finger. Like, they have plastic knives. That was not my forte. Kerri said she didn't invite Latrice or Tambra because she wanted to keep the peace. Of course, Lateshia is happy about that. We know that Selena is very cool with Latrice. You know, they real friends. And so Selena didn't want to say Latrice was wrong, but she was saying Latrice was wrong, but she didn't want to come out and say it. But they did show a flashback of Selena talking to Latrice and Tambra, and how Latrice is saying that she didn't want to be in the middle of it, and you know, it happened at her event, but it wasn't her fault. I'm still side-eyeing Latrice, but that's her side of the story. What else? Kerri invites the lady to the Gulf Coast for them to come out for like a little mini vacay. Of course, she's inviting all the ladies. We know how this goes. This is production, so everybody got to be there. Marie did ask Lateshia if she's cool with that, and Lateshia's just like, you know, whatever Kerri has going on, I'm going to support her. So, AKA, if you want your coin, you better be at this, you better be at this event. You better be there for the mini vacay. So, for the most part, the ladies are excited about the little mini vacay. I do want to know, Selena was like, you know, anybody who says that they don't have problems in their relationship, they is a lie. Which I agree to a certain extent. I don't want to say it's always problem, but if you've been in a long-term relationship, you already know stuff happens. Now, if the problem keep being cheated, that's a different story. But like I've said before, if Lateshia is okay with Glenn doing what he do, or she not leaving Glenn, then baby, who are we to tell her to leave and to keep putting it out there that her man is cheating? Because she obviously is cool with that, you know. So I still feel like they were wrong. No matter how y'all try to flip it and say, oh, well, she keep taking him back, he keep cheating, she keep taking him back. It doesn't matter. If she want to take him back 1,000,000 times, that's cool. But for people close to her and that's in her face to entertain him and then let that be thrown out at a party in front of everybody, in front of national TV, that's not right. But then, like I said before, Lateshia has done her fair share of BS too. So you got to know people not going to play fair. But I did, for the most part, agree with Selena that everybody have problems. If people saying they don't have no problems, they lying. But everybody's problem ain't cheating. That's what we just got to know. Like, everybody got problems, but everybody not going through the same stuff. So, and then Lateshia did say her and Glenn, they're still not on the same page. She's actually sleeping in the bedroom with her son. And so she is hosting a brunch on the Gulf Coast. And so she's like, she's not in the right mind frame. Like, she's not all the way there. So she would need Kerri help. Kerri said that she had the takeover spirit and she would help her, which, you know, was cool. She looking out for her girl. Marie, baby, I ain't feeling them crawfish. And I thought it was funny when Kerri was like, Marie, this crawfish costs more than that one finger wave. I see you with the shade, Kerri. And y'all, I just want to say the Gulf Coast reminds me of Galveston. If you're from Texas and you know how Galveston look, I feel like that's kind of how the Gulf Coast looks. Like, it's something to do, but it's not like, oh, we going to Galveston. We really fit to go live it up, because we going to, if you from Texas and you've been around Texas, then you know Galveston is cool. It's something to do, but it's not like, oh my gosh, at least not for me. But yeah, so we see Tambra and Damon finally. And baby London Simone, but they London Simone us down. I said, oh, okay. They gonna call her like Raven Simone. This is London Simone. So Tambra is there being a mommy. Damon comes home and he's tired. And Tambra is basically low-key feeling away because she's saying in a lot of words that he's working a lot. He's picked up like another job with helping one of their friends out at a lounge or something like that. And she's like, he was already spread thin during the week, but now that's taking his weekends. And of course she feels away, and she's wanting to know what they're fighting, well, what his finances is looking like, because why are you picking up all these jobs and you're working so much? And Damon, he's kind of a little more secretive when it comes to the money aspect, where Tambra says, you know, she likes to talk about money. She likes to talk about investments. She likes to know, you know, she says that she had a bank account, she had a baby fund and stuff already set up for London Simone before she even got here. And she feel like Damon is kind of hiding what's going on. Like, she want to know, do he need the extra money? Or what is he like? Why are you working so much? And me, I'm like, well, maybe he doesn't make Tamra's money. Like, he might be okay, but she may clearly make more than him, and he's trying to, you know, be on her level. Or maybe he just isn't cutting, you know, with this economy, just trying to find some other options. I don't know, but I feel like this is a conversation that definitely should have been had before bringing a baby into the world, which I get it. And I get Tambra, like, probably why she did what she did, because let's be clear, Tamra is older. Her and Damon are both older, and they wanted a baby. They wanted a child, so they've been on again, off again, so they probably had the mind frame of why not, let's do it. Tambra knows she got her own funds, so if Damon didn't have it, she was going to be good regardless. And I think that's kind of where she's coming from. But I'm just like, or this could just be for the show. We know how they do. So I just feel like that's a cover. If you're that concerned, which you should be, but if you're that concerned, this is something that you definitely should have talked about before having a baby. That's like really what I have to say. We're seeing a little bit of Tambra still not giving a lot, but I mean, this is something. Damon did say that, you know, his money is going towards the baby. The baby not in daycare, so I feel like once babies get a little bit older, outside of their doctor visits and, you know, buying formula, I don't know if Tambra breastfed or not, but this baby, she's older now, so she's probably not even drinking formula. So, but it's like the bulk of the money for the baby would be going to daycare, put it like that, and she's not in daycare. So I get Tambra, but it could just be if they have a woman that make more than them, they don't like that. Regardless how y'all work together as a team, some men are just like that, and they don't want to be feeling like you you're able to, you're the breadwinner, and they feel away. So that could be why he's picking up another job. But like I always try to say and try to be positive, hopefully they will figure it out. We see Cliff and Latrice. And and Latrice is packing for the trip. And she's saying she hadn't talked to Lateshia, so she's kind of skeptical about the trip, but kind of happy because she feel like maybe they all need that. Cliff comes in, and she's greeting him, and she's basically like, I'm going on a trip to Biloxi. I told you that. I know you get amnesia sometimes. You need to get a pencil and paper and write down the stuff that I need you to do, because basically you be forgetting. I said, baby, now Latrice over here talking to Cliff with his bringing out his true age. She's talking about, Papa, now let me write this stuff down so you can follow directions and make sure you get it done. But you know what? It ain't even the age, because I be forgetting too sometimes, and I'm not even nowhere near Cliff's age, and I be forgetting. Cliff surprises Latrice with some food that he done bought and plated up, which okay, cool. But why when Latrice walked to get the food, she talking about, hold on, do you got somebody pregnant? I'm like, pregnant is crazy. Out of all the stuff, that's what you decided to ask. Like, baby, what do you and Cliff got going on? What is Cliff really doing up there at them condos? I mean, because got somebody pregnant out of all the things to say is crazy. Like, you could have said what you done did, or I guess what you done did is, that's not as bad as you got somebody pregnant. I'm like, that's crazy as hell. Like, that question, out of all the stuff you can ask, got somebody pregnant, is insane. Latrice is basically like kind of in awe because Cliff don't be doing this, so he's like, he knows she going through a lot, and that's why he did it. She did bring up the fact that we know she went and met up with Amanda, but she was like, she don't feel like Amanda would do anything malicious or, purposely, and Amanda felt like she was wrong, which I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. I just cannot see in this situation that Amanda was right. They wasn't right. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. I don't know. That's just a habit. But I'm not sorry that I do not condone the bullshit that happened at the party. Cliff is saying, he haven't spoke with Glenn, but he feel like everybody is grown. And, he can't control no grown person, which in that situation, I agree. But the same thing Latrice is trying to say, even though it happened at my house, she didn't do anything, and she shouldn't be blamed for it. I could agree if the question wasn't in the lineup. Now, if Amanda just blurted this out at the party and just wanted to get it off her chest and felt some type of way, then I could give Latrice the benefit of the doubt. I really could. But with the way it was set up and the question and stuff, that's what's making me like, nah, this all was definitely a setup. Baby Latrice is on Cliff's neck. She telling him when she get back that he needs to be at the house because he's saying he's gonna stay at the condos while she's away on the trip. And she's like, nah, when I get back, you need to be at this house. Basically, like, I don't know what you think this is, but this is the same thing, y'all. Like I keep saying, it's crazy to me how people be so knee deep in everybody else's business, and baby, you got all this going home. You got all this extra shit going on at home. Let's talk about that, because why is Cliff so comfortable staying at the condos every night? Like, come on now. We know Latrice, I guess she called herself putting her foot down, which, kudos to you, Latrice, girl, because Cliff, what the fuck is you doing? Seriously. Also, do y'all watch Carlos King, like, Reality with the King? I be watching him, like, I listen to it and stuff when I be at work. And y'all know Glenn was on there. Glenn was on there last week, and baby, when I tell you, Glenn ass is... And Dustin was like, sir, if you want to get anything out, we'll, tell us or whatever. When Glenn was like, oh, he the clout. they want to talk to him because he the cloud, and he looked at Amanda like she was the homie, and it wasn't nothing. And I'm like, I think two things could be true. And I think he may have did look at her as a homie, and he may have did try to flirt with her and do some more stuff. I feel like he was full of shit. He was like, when he really did something, he'll take, he'll take accountability of it, because anything he's ever did, he's taken accountability. So if he done something, he would, but he not fist to let her, basically say it was something and it wasn't, and she got him looking crazy, which I agree. But like I keep saying, all you had to do is not entertain her. And he was saying that he saw Amanda as a homie because we know Amanda, she liked women. I think she may go both ways, but we just gonna say we've seen her with the women, so we're gonna say we know she liked women. So he was like, that's why he was able to kick it. And then he talked about that they was dancing to Boosie Set It Off. And I'm like, first of all, dancing to Boosie Set It Off and thinking it was something are two different things. Because Set It Off, y'all know Boosie's song Set It Off. That's not a song where you gonna be like dancing, like y'all gonna be dancing, but that's not a song where you gonna be like dancing with somebody, like dancing with them. Now that's a song where y'all might all be dancing together, hype, but like dancing, like he's saying it was like that, but I'm like, I don't know. But his whole MO is that people are trying to break up his marriage, and I'm like, people can't break up shit if you don't give them a reason to. We just gonna keep it at that. However it was, you thought, y'all were cool, and she made it more than what it is. But this been going on since 2023. So my thing is, some lines and stuff got blurred in between there. And it was something, it may not be nothing, it may not be as much as we're making it as far as like them having an affair and stuff. But I feel like it was something, because Amanda wanted to be known so bad, and she feels strongly in her stance of how she looked better than Tisha and how she could have had him yesterday, and she wanted him, like, she's low-key in her feelings about the shit. And then Glenn, he a cheater. We know he gonna lie. Like, but since 2023 is crazy. But y'all, that's what he said. He said that people are trying to break up their family, and they want to see him and Lateshia not together, and they've been together for 30 years, which Glenn is 45, and I learned that they've been together for, I think, 30 years, so they've been together a long time. Like, I knew they've been together for a long, but I didn't know his age, but they've been together since they was teens too. But I think Glenn has cheated multiple times. So at this point, just quit telling us about the damn infidelity. Like, just keep it to yourself. Kerri and her husband arrived to look at the rental that she got for the ladies to stay in. And Kerri is like, I have rented this amazing mansion. I'm like, mansion? Is we looking at the same house? I don't know. It didn't give mansion vibes. It's cool, it's nice, but mansion is a stretch, Kerri. So they're getting ready for the trip, and as the ladies are meeting up, Tambra says that she wouldn't tell Lateshia anything either because of, about Glenn cheating. And okay, let me just say this. If we really not friends for real, I probably won't tell you. Like, I'm not going to tell you. If you're not my girl like that, I'm not going to tell you. But it's a but in there. If we cool enough where I'm calling you and I'm hitting you up and we're doing this show together, and I know it's a possibility that my friend, we gonna outcross paths, then I'm gonna say something just to keep my name out of it. Or, you know what's even better? I would tell her, but I would not tell her on camera. That's the fucked up part. It's the way that the situation went about. You can't tell nobody about their men. And I agree with that, because sometimes you tell people about their men and they get mad at you. Now you in the wrong because you told that you seen him doing something, or you knew he was doing something. Now she mad at you. And now she don't like you, and they back together, and you look crazy. So I get that. Trust me, I do. But I just feel like in the circumstances, if you didn't want to tell her, that's fine, Latrice. Like, nobody, I'm not mad at that. But it's the way it was done. Think a lot of people is missing it. It was the principle and how the shit was done. Don't do it at my house. Don't blurt it out on national television. And keep my name out of it. Like that. You could fuck them, suck them, whatever you want to with them. But don't get me in the crossfire because of your poor decisions and because you want to mess with a married man and you want the attention of him and you're entertaining him, whether we friends or not. And like I said, and that's me just being a real woman, I probably wouldn't, just because of the situation, then cool. Now Tambra, whatever. But I did, like Selena was like, yeah, I don't think that's girl code. I think it is to a certain extent. Like I said before, if y'all don't really fool with Latrice, cool. But it's the way it was done. It's the principle behind the way it was done. Because you knew, whether Latrice is saying that Amanda isn't malicious and didn't do this on purpose and she feel bad, you knew exactly what you was doing, Amanda. And you didn't have to do it on this platform. And like I said, the way he DM'd you and you entertained it, even though Tisha said she had already seen them DMs because they were from 2023, the same way you wrote him back, you could have took time and wrote Lateshia. You could have screenshotted and said, hey, me and Glenn, cool. I don't want you to think it's nothing. Or, hey, Glenn came on to me like this. I don't want no beef or nothing with you. I'm just letting you know as a woman, because we're cool. We may not be friends like that, but I do consider you cool. We do see each other a lot around the city. We are associates to the point where we are that. We might not be best friends, but we have a mutual respect for each other, something like that. But no, you entertained it. So all that shit goes out the window after that. That's just my take on it. Y'all might not agree with me, but yeah. Lateshia arrives as they are about to get ready to leave, and she speaks to everybody, gives Latrice a hug, and y'all, Marie face when she gave Latrice a hug just said it all. Like, Marie wants to say, bitch, why are you hugging her? And so they finally get on the Sprinter. They are all saying what they don't do. Latrice is like, she don't share rooms. She don't share restrooms. She don't share restroom with her husband at home. Like, baby, okay. I guess whatever. Lateshia said she hoped there's no bunk beds and all that. So they going to be in for a rude awakening. And they all just talking about what they don't like. Then here go Marie. How's you doing? How's Glenn doing? So Letitia's like, it set us back, and she felt like people played in her face. And then Latrice is not saying anything. She's just looking, kind of like seeing what she's gonna say. And in the confessional, Latrice is like, I understand her being upset. I understand her being mad, but she's just kind of trying to brace herself for a long weekend because Latrice, you fits to be in the hot seat. The ladies arrive at the house, and Kerri has a bartender there that's, greeting them with drinks and stuff. And I like that Kerri called it her brand trip because, she said that she was doing content creation. So I'm like, yeah, I like it, girl. Speak it into existence, girl. And so she got stuff set up for them, which I'm like, okay, I like that. I like stuff like that. Kerri, and she got these bags and stuff with her face on it, which is cute to me. Like, do your thing. It's your event. She's telling them that they came a little late, but they are going to the Gator Farm, so it's time to get ready. And Marie is like, what? The bayou? The swamp? Marie is killing me because the way Marie acted, y'all would think she not from Mississippi. Like, don't get me wrong. You may not do this stuff on the regular, but Marie, don't act like some of this stuff is foreign. I'm pretty sure you may not do it, but you know people who do. Like, Marie is acting like she just... Baby, you would think Marie is from up north the way she frowning and stuff at every little thing. So the ladies are picking their rooms, and they do it by seniority. And we find out that, Selena is the oldest, and I know Selena was older, but I didn't know she was 49. Selena looks good. Like Selena been fine, but Selena, baby, that she living up to the black don't crack. Do you hear me? But Selena looks good, and so Selena is the oldest, and the other ladies are basically Kerri. I mean not Kerri. Tambra and Marie are both 45, so that leaves, and Kerri, her room is downstairs. So that leaves Lateshia, and Latrice. They are the youngest, and they leave them to share a room with the rooms that have bunk beds. And here go Latrice. Oh, baby, where's the nearest hotel? And they're like, this must be punk. We not sharing the room, baby. Y'all knew it had to be a twist in there somewhere. And y'all could thank Matt. Matt, the one who suggested it to Kerri. Kerri probably wouldn't have put them in the same room at first. She probably wouldn't until Matt said something. Tisha said she gonna sleep in the bed with Marie. And did y'all think Marie was the oldest? I kind of thought Marie was the oldest, but it's probably just the way she carried herself. But yeah, Selena's the oldest. They are so dramatic because they acting like they gotta sleep in the bunk beds together. They have beds literally on both sides. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. But I get it. Like, I feel like if you're gonna plan a trip, try to just accommodate everybody so you ain't gotta deal with this. But we know it's a trip. You're not supposed to be in your room the whole time, baby. When I be going on trips, yes, I like a nice room. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just staying anywhere. But I'm like cool with certain stuff because if we on a trip, we're not supposed to be in the house 24/7. We not supposed to be in the house 24/7. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Long as it's not dirty, it's decent, it's clean, it look, the par. I don't even I'm not fit to do all that extra shit. They go on the gator ride, and surprisingly, all the ladies ended up enjoying it. They was like, it's different. It's something that they never would have done, but they enjoyed it. They seen a gator. And yeah, of course, Lateshia and Latrice aren't saying anything. Selena is sitting in the middle of them, and they are not saying anything, but everybody is enjoying themselves. So that was good. At the end, they was able to hold the baby gator. Nobody held the gator but Selena. They held the gator, and then they get ready for dinner. And so the ladies are like, oh, we not gonna go freshen up. We just going straight to dinner. Which, this is kind of why I like Kerri so far. Kerri, I feel like Kerri comes off as bougie and very proper and wouldn't probably do certain stuff. And she just you getting to really know her. Like, baby, she like, this is what you get. I'm me. This where I'm from. This my roots. And I'm not changing because of y'all. So I like that about Kerri, because I feel like that's how a lot of people perceive me when they meet me. They feel like I'm a certain way, and I be like, baby, I am from Oak Cliff. If you know, you know. But no. But yeah, they perceive me a certain way because of the way I carry myself. But I don't, and I don't think it's any wrong with being proper or bougie. Let me just say that. But I just feel like Kerri, she presents well. She know how to handle herself basically in different settings, which I feel like I'm that type of way. So I think that's kind of why a lot of them are taken aback by the stuff that Kerri is doing, because they perceived her one way and she's showing that she have different layers to herself. Like I said, Selena was the only one who held the gator. And Selena was like, I like gators and I like to eat gators. See, I'm like, yeah, they, where they from is coming out. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of y'all be like, oh, I don't eat gator. I don't eat gator. But I know a lot of people that do eat gator. I've tasted it before. But not really my thing. But trust me, it's not the worst in the world. The ladies arrived at the restaurant, and they meet Mr. Kenny. Mr. Kenny is a fellow, he's the restaurant owner, and he's cool with Kerri. Kerri introduced them, and they give Kerri her little one too. They like, Kerri, you that girl down here, like, you really that girl. So, they giving her props. They bring out the raw oysters from the chef curated menu, and Marie face said it all. Marie is like, I don't eat oysters, which I don't like raw oysters either. So I get you, Marie. And Marie face when Latrice was eating those oysters was so funny to me. Marie was like, she was disgusted. She was like, hold on, is this all we eat? They are bringing other types of food, right? And they like, yeah. Marie is like, baby, I don't want it. I do not want it. I thought that was funny. So on the final scene, we see Lateshia basically confronts Latrice and basically asked her, you know, why did she have that question? How did she didn't know? If she's saying, Latrice is saying she didn't know. Like, it's your house, of course you knew. The only way, and like all the ladies besides Marie are saying that they think that Latrice, they don't think Latrice was trying to start mess and stuff. But the only way I could see Latrice not knowing is if production put that question in there and gave them and said, hey, you have to ask this question. That's the only thing I could see. Other than that, but I think Glenn is innocent? Hell no. But other than that, I think the bigger issue here is the friend word. And yeah, we know Latrice is wrong. I don't care how y'all try to flip it. She's going to end up getting some type of blame because that's her girl. You bought her around. Like, and I agree with Lateshia. You trying to get a spot on the show. Like I said, I feel like she was trying to do her big one. You trying to get a spot on the floor, but on the show, but at the expense of me and my marriage. Don't give a damn what they got going on in their marriage. I said it a million times before. I say it again. If people want to stay with their cheating ass spouse, husband, or wife, let them be. Like, what do you get out of keep trying to humiliate and embarrass her? If she's not going nowhere, she's not leaving him. What's the purpose? Because we know she's not going nowhere. She's not leaving him. So let them be. Like, if she want to stay, whatever. That's their business. But what I will say, the word friend, I feel like Latrice is Amanda's friend. Latrice is Lateshia's friend because of the show, which means she's not really her friend. And that's fine. Like, you know, like I said, I haven't been a huge fan of Lateshia. I feel like Lateshia done shit. Latrice do shit. They all do shit. Let me just say that. But I feel like the word friend is, y'all use that word way too loosely. And that just doesn't go for them. Even here in real life, I don't use the word friend loosely. Because I feel like for me to call you a friend and say that's my friend, I really rock with you. And once you become my friend and I look at you as a friend, I'm going to start looking at you like family. So I don't use that word very loosely. Like, we cool. We may associate. You know, I know her. Like, I know a lot of people be like, oh, I know a lot of people. I know them my friends. No, I know a lot of people. Don't fool with a lot of people. Don't hang with a lot of people. Don't have no beef with nobody. If I see you, I'm going to say what's up. We cool and let it be. But I feel like Lateshia is like, oh, you supposed to be my friend. You supposed to be my friend. It's not really your friend. This is your coworker. And I think this is the problem with these reality shows. And I know they got to do stuff to make us entertained. I know that's just a part of the contract. That's a part of the job. To keep your spot, you got to come with something. So a lot of this stuff, we going to talk about it, but some of this stuff, I don't even be like reading into it for real, because I know a lot of this stuff is for shits and giggles and for our entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all are co-workers. Treat this how you would treat a 9 to 5. I mean, for me personally, we're cool at work. I'm cool with you. We co-workers. Hey, what's up? Have little conversations here and there at work and keep it moving. That's me. I don't go to work to make friends. Now, if something happened and we become cool and we become close, then cool. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like people forget the plot and they get too comfortable. And you, oh, my friend, my friend, my friend. Then you call it Amanda your friend. And I've been saying before, Amanda, like Tisha kept saying last episode how her and Amanda fuck with each other. And it's like, no, Tisha, she doesn't fuck with you. In reality, she don't like you. Like, that's why she was cool with entertaining your man. Even if she didn't want Glenn, which y'all know how I feel about that. She entertained him for the sole purpose to fuck with you. And you're saying y'all fuck with each other. I digress. Latrice wanted to tell Tambra, oh, I'm not the only one who heard this information. Why is Tambra not jumping in? And that's another thing. Even though Tambra is riding with Latrice and she's believing everything Latrice say, cool. But the fact that you want Tambra to jump in it when it didn't happen at Tamra's house, the question wasn't from Tamra's party. Tamra's best friend wasn't the one messing with Glenn or whatever the case is. It's like, okay, Latrice. Excuse me. Like, and then y'all, another thing that Glenn had mentioned on the Carlos King show was that he felt a certain type of way because not only did the bullshit come out at Latrice's party, but apparently Lateshia and them had gave her a catering information for the party, for the food, and when the price came back, Latrice didn't want to pay the full price. She was like, that's a little bit too expensive. And Glenn and Lateshia supposedly, allegedly, helped them with the bill. And so that's another reason why they saying that that Glenn said that he was really mad, because he's like, I didn't contribute and pay for stuff, and then I come over here and basically y'all taking me down. Which I don't know, you know, allegedly. We gonna say allegedly. Maybe they'll bring it up next episode about her helping. We did see that Latrice is not really saying anything yet when it comes to Lateshia asking how she's seen Glenn do anything, you know, disrespectful or out of the way in her face. Lateshia is kind of stalling, and we know Marie is like eating it up. Marie is like, that's your question, that's your answer right there, that's your answer right there. So we don't know if Latrice has seen something just yet. I'm pretty sure she have. If her friend was in fact fucking with Glenn, then she know. But like I just keep saying, this whole situation is a mess. I know I see a lot of mixed reviews on this, as far as, you know, Lateshia just getting what she deserved. Latrice don't owe her no loyalty. She not mad enough at Glenn, which I agree. Like, I be on Glenn ass, but like I keep saying, we know she gonna stay with Glenn. So I feel like it's a waste of time, like trying to out her, trying to, you know, put it out there that your husband is cheating when she clearly know. And like Latrice, let's talk about Cliff, because you obviously got an issue with Cliff steady staying at the condos at the hotel. I mean, at the restaurant. So what's tea with that? Because baby, the restaurant is up and running now. Cliff don't need to have his ass there. Bring your ass home. But that's an issue. But y'all skating around that. So it's just like a whole bunch of BS to me. At this point, I don't know. I still feel like Latrice she gonna continue to get some type of blame just because she guilty by association. Y'all can feel how y'all feel. That's how I feel. On the next episode, we do see that Latrice and it looks to be that Latrice and Lateshia actually have a talk by themselves without the group. So we'll see how that go. We see they getting a little bit more grief counseling and stuff going on, which I think is interesting for the show. And yeah, so until next time, I'll see y'all later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, y'all.